Raider bombers landed on the newly finished airstrip at Nukufetau at the end of October, and Nanumea became operational for bombers on November 12, just 8 days before the commencement of Operation Galvanic. After the attack on Pearl Harbor, with the U.S. Pacific Fleet out of action, the only ships able to retaliate were submarines. Their directive was to execute unrestricted submarine warfare against Japan. All submarines were placed under the direct command of the Commander-in-Chief of the Pacific Fleet, or SINPAC, and they acted alone during the first 2 years of the war while the surface fleet was being repaired. The fleet submarines were designed as advanced scouts, but they had the speed, endurance, and weaponry to attack Japanese shipping throughout the Pacific. For a country with few natural resources of its own, these sea routes were the lifeblood of the Japanese war effort, bringing in oil, coal, iron, and also food, and it needed to supply its military outposts throughout the Pacific. American submarines tightened their grip on these remote outposts as they sank increasing numbers of merchant ships. More than half of all Japanese merchant ships sunk in World War II were as a result of U.S. submarine action. Along with other Pacific bases, the Japanese base at Tarawa suffered when supplies failed to arrive. They did not receive the cement and reinforcing steel they needed to complete their concrete bunkers, and so had to make them of sand and coconut logs alone. Their army tanks might have been useful weapons during the Battle of Tarawa, but they did not have enough fuel to power them. On May 19, 1943, the submarine USS Pollock, SS-18, on patrol between the Gilbert and Marshall Islands, torpedoed and sunk the Japanese freighter Bangkok Maru. The ship was carrying artillery and 1,200 Japanese combat troops to reinforce the Tarawa garrison. Reinforcements never arrived, and the Tarawa garrison of 2,500 fighting men had only construction workers and Korean laborers to assist them against Operation Galvanic. In hindsight, the battle for Tarawa could have been even worse had it not been for the work of the U.S. submarines to weaken Japanese strength there.
The U.S. had 10 submarines in support of Operation Galvanic. Several were stationed